Hello friends, welcome to my video talk. I am your host Chaitanya Dave. I am a social, political and environmental activist. My topic today is Narendra Modi, India's dynamic leader. I am going to talk about his life, early life and current life. Narendra Modi, or the Prime Minister of India, Modi ji, he was born on 17 September 1950 in Vadnagar, Gujarat. Vadnagar is a small town situated in northeast Gujarat. He was raised in Vadnagar. He came from a modest family of modest means. His family lived in 40 feet by 12 feet house, and there used to be a lot of smoke in the kitchen as his mother used to cook. They didn't have a gas stove. His mother sometimes cleaned dishes at other people's house. That's kind of modesty he came from. At 8 years of age, he was introduced to RSS, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, an organization, highly patriotic organization dedicated to upliftment of India's masses. He attended its local shakhas from early age. As a kid, he helped his father selling tea at Vadnagar railway station. With his brother, he had a shop. He worked in his shop, tea shop, at Vadnagar bus station. In 1967, he finished secondary education at Vadnagar. He married at the age of 18 years, and soon after he left home to travel in northeast India to find himself. He traveled to Vivekananda Ashrama, Ramakrishna Ashramas, lived with the sadhus. He wanted to find out who he is, what is this life, Sanatan Dharma. He wanted to find out about it. In 1971, he returned to Gujarat. He became full-time worker for RSS, became its pracharak. Then he got his BA in Political Science degree from University of Delhi School. And then again he got his Master's degree in Political Science from Gujarat University. In 1975, Mrs. Indira Gandhi declared emergency in India and banned RSS. So Modi went underground. In 1985, RSS assigned Modi to BJP for the first time. But he was a hard worker, he had a good organizational capacity. Within a year, he was made General Secretary of BJP for Gujarat chapter. He was a master strategist, and he won elections for Gujarat for General Assembly as well as national elections. So BJP came to power in Gujarat because of his strategy and his organizational power. He was given credit for his organizational capacity in the party elections, and in 1988 he became General Secretary of BJP nationally. In 2001, the BJP High Command appointed him Chief Minister of Gujarat. He was constantly rising in politics. In 2009 to 2014, he was the crucial figure in BJP's electoral campaigns. And in 2014, he became Prime Minister of India. my wife Amita and I met Narendra Bhai in Gandhinagar at his office on 7th December 2013. So when I met him, I asked him that, Narendra Bhai, if you become Prime Minister, what is the first thing you will do? I was curious. He smiled and he says that when body has diabetes, it causes other diseases for the body and body becomes sick. India has diabetes. What he meant was India is suffering from massive corruption. He says if you remove diabetes, the body becomes healthy. He says, I am going to remove the corruption and I am going to give good governance. And boy, has he given good governance. He sleeps 4 hours a day and gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning. In last 20 years, he has not taken a single day's vacation, friends. That is the kind of dedication he has for the country. His administrative model works at 6 different levels. Practical approach, facilitating public, in other words, constantly to be in contact with the public, with the masses, accountability, new technology, is highly tech savvy, as you know, transparency, and his prime agenda is development in every field. Friends, he has imbibed essential qualities of India's 3 great men, Swami Vivekananda, Gandhiji, and Vallabhbhai Patel. He has imbibed Vivekananda's patriotism and love for India. He has imbibed Gandhiji's morality and his work for the downtrodden. And he has taken in Vallabhbhai's iron will and sacrifice and practical approach. You couldn't find a better combination in a man than Narendra Modi. Let's talk about Modi's major achievements in Gujarat as Chief Minister. He was Chief Minister of Gujarat from 2001 to 2014. He brought up Gujarat's economy drastically within his tenure. Agricultural production went up, industrial production went up. Gujarat's GDP was higher than that of China. It was 12% or more during his tenure. He provided, before there used to be a lot of cuts in electricity. In 1993, I was in Bhavnagar for 1 year and the electricity was cut several times, sometimes 2 times a day, for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Modi ji provided electricity to all villages in Gujarat 24 hours a day. It had never happened before. He provided water to farmers all over Gujarat. He sent experts to countless farmers, checking the soil, its pH, and advised the farmers when, how, and how much fertilizer to use. That brought up agricultural production drastically. He took many steps for environmental mitigation. He reduced CO2 emissions in Gujarat. He did so well as a chief minister that people of Gujarat elected him 3 times. Narendra Modi's miracle journey continues unabated. First as Chief Minister of Gujarat for 13 years, and now as Prime Minister of India for 7 years. By charming the BJP and the nation, Narendra Modi has written a victory story by serving the nation incessantly for 20 years. The public does not tolerate a non-performer. India's public is very smart. But Modi is a high performer on steroids. There is no leader in the world of politics who can compete with this man today. Modi's strength lies in his superb administrative skills and a brilliant track record in efficient governance and incorruptibility. Because of his governance, the BJP achieved more than two-thirds majority in Gujarat for 3 consecutive terms. At central level also, BJP won majority in back-to-back elections because of his image and his work. He rose to power with more seats and public support every time. Modi's biggest achievement is people's growing faith in the system. People were fed up with 67 years of corruption, nepotism and dynasty politics. Let's talk about his achievement as Prime Minister of India for last 7+ years. Before 2014, 38.7% or close to 40% of India was going in the ground. There was open defecation in India. People had to relieve themselves in the open ground. Think about women, they had to go after dark. Modi built toilets for every house in India. India today is 100% free from open defecation. Under Swachh Bharat Yojana, he set an example, cleaning himself in the street. Whole of India started cleaning the streets and etc. 90% of Indians today have Aadhaar card. It's like a social security card in America. People can get all government services for which they qualify. He came out with Jan Dhan Yojana. BJP government under Modi came out with Jan Dhan Yojana. 42+ crores new bank accounts have been opened. Before, people had no way to save money. Today they can save money in the bank account. 42 crores, in other words 420 million new bank accounts are opened and they are digitally accessible via their mobile phone. Distribution of gas stoves and connections have made phenomenal difference to rural families, their health, and especially for women's health, because they used to inhale smoke. Ujjwala Yojana distributed gas cylinder on a mass scale. Number of gas connections increased drastically from 12 crore in 2014 to 25 crore now. They came out under Modi, the GST program to reduce supply chain costs. 17 taxes were rolled into one, giving uniform system. First time in 70 years. One nation, one tax. This has curbed tax evasion, friends. Infrastructural development came up on a fast track. Rural road connectivity, railways development and construction of high-speed roads, ports and airports have taken off at fast pace, increasing India's productivity and reduced supply chain costs. Modi government came out with Make in India program, production-linked initiative, scheme for large-scale electronics industry became very successful. Mobile manufacturing rose manifold, mobile phone, and India became an exporter. Arms imports fell by 33% by 2019 because India started manufacturing arms, vast variety of arms themselves rather than importing them under Make in India program. India became top FDI destination in the world. India received in 2015 $60 billion worth FDI, higher than that of USA and China. They came out with health insurance program covering millions of uninsured people, Ayushman Bharat. 126 million e-cards were issued. 1.2 crore or 12 million hospital admissions managed. In other words, every person, every poor person, middle class person can go to the hospital and get free health care. This was not there before Modi ji. They came out with other reforms, simplified labor laws, guaranteed loan programs, reduced corporate tax, deregulated farm sector, which will empower to double farmers' income. At this rate, all Indians will have basic necessities, housing, clean water, gas connections, bank accounts, internet connection and mobile connectivity, road access, and education. Under Modi, BJP came out with national education policy. A very amazing achievement have taken place under national education policy. Since 2014, new IIT and IIM opened every year. Every year, new IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, and Indian Institute of Management opened somewhere in India. Since 2014, every week, one new university came into existence. It was established. Since 2014, every day, 2 more colleges were established. Every day. Number of students in higher education increased from 3.45 crore to 3.85 crore under this new education program. 22 more universities were opened in Northeast India. Ladakh region was gifted with their first central university. They didn't have a university before. For the first time, Forensic University, Rail and Transport University were established in India. Record 71 Indian universities ranked in World University Ranking. Now, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi and IIT Science Bengaluru, they rank in top 200 World University ranking today. Under Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao program, girls' attendance went up drastically and for higher secondary education. Before there used to be too many students per teacher. So pupil-teacher ratio improved, more teachers and smaller number of students in every class, so that more attention can be given to the students. Thousands of more schools received electricity under BJP government now. New infrastructure started developing for children in schools. Hand washing facility, toilets for the girls, and medical checkups every year is taking place. Since 2014, MBBS seats increased by 53%. Postgraduate seats increased by 80%. Since 2014, AIIMS, Indian Institute of Management Studies, and Indian Institute of Medical Science, 6 more operational and 16 more are in pipelines. Six are more operational and 16 more are in pipeline. So this is Modi ji's education program. They added 15 more All India Institute of Medical College Science, and over 30,000 seats in medical colleges are created. Under Digital India program, startups started coming up. India has become foremost country in technological development and innovation. Before 2014, there were 500 startups. Today, there are 7,000 startups. So India is on the move. Foreign equity cap in insurance and pension sectors increased to 49%. $130 billion are proposed for spending on railways over 5 years, including high-speed trains. Under Mudra Bank Yojana, rupees 20,000 crore are put aside and 10 lakh loan are being given to small entrepreneurs. So business people can get loan very easily. Under Mudra Yojana, rupees 29 lakh crores are put aside and rupees 15 lakh crores are already given to entrepreneurs. Digital India Yojana, everyone can buy and sell on their cell phone. 29 billion digital transactions per year are taking place today. They came out Adarsh Gram Yojana for ideal villages. Now, powering India's growth, 18,000 villages are covered with electricity in other words, in every village the electricity is available now. Before 25 crore families had no electricity. Now every village has electricity, friends. India's economy is on the fast track. The GDP growth of India today is the highest in the world, 7%. Modi government has started providing water to farmers under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Mother Ganga is being cleaned now. In other words, Narendra Modi has provided highly transparent and corruption-free government. They adopted 14th Finance Commission recommendation on far-reaching changes sharing revenues between center and states. Modi government disbanded various ministerial groups for fast decision making. Our warehouse in India were crumbling. There was a lot of rat infection and high percentage of crop was being rotten or being eaten away by rats. So Modi government has created warehouse infrastructure fund with rupees 5,000 crore to increase shelf life of farm produce. Under Modi government, impasse in mining sector ended with passage of new bill for regulation and development. Successful conclusion of auctions for telecom spectrum for more mobile telephony and broadband has taken place. Successful conclusion of 2 rounds of coal block auctions are done. In other words, Modi government has provided corruption, nepotism and dynastic policy-free government, which India never had for almost 70 years. He has provided direct connection with bureaucracy. And Modi's biggest achievement is abrogation of Article 370, which Congress government could not do for 70 years. Modi government did that. In other words, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, they became union territory. No special status for Jammu and Kashmir. Why should there be? And in due time, they will become states of India. They have abolished hundreds of non-essential laws. Ram Mandir resolution took place. And Modi government abolished unjust talaq system in Muslim community, doing a great favor to Muslim women. Tech-savvy Modi has given benefits of technology to poor and backward classes. Large masses of population are using technology today. 55 billion real-time digital transactions per year are taking place. 55 billion transactions per year. Success of Arogya Setu and COVID has taken place in checking spread of coronavirus. With COVID, 90 crore COVID vaccinations have been administered, highest COVID vaccination program in the world. 4.5 crore youth are vaccinated, and these are indigenous India developed vaccines. Modi ji has provided minimum government and maximum governance, friends. Let me talk about his foreign policy achievements. Modi ji has made friends with many countries of the world. He has made friends with countries of the Middle East such as United Arab Emirates, Israel, and others. He has increased friendship with America, with Russia, and with European countries and African countries. And he has stood up to bully China. In Galwan Valley, when China had invaded, our brave soldiers pushed them out. And I remember Modi, when he came to power from Red Fort, he declared that I will talk to Pakistan in the language they understand. And he did that by surgical strike in Pakistan that destroyed many terrorist camps and terrorists themselves. He has strengthened India's defense, appointed Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, for closer coordination between three services. His government has inducted Rafale fighter plane, Apache and Chinook helicopters and S-400 missile system in our Air Force. Promotion of indigenous manufacturing in defense sector is on a fast track. We are importing 33% less today in the defense sector. He launched Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020. Defense FTC, foreign 26%, India 74%. Established Rashtriya Raksha University. I mean, the list goes on and on. There are more achievements, but we don't have time for that. Let me talk about the awards Modi ji has received. The world has noticed this man and his achievement. In 2007, he was declared Best Chief Minister of India by India Today. 2009, FDI magazine made Asian winner of Personality of the Year. 2012, he was on the cover of Time magazine Asian issue. 2014, he was rated 15th world's most powerful people by Forbes magazine. 2014, 15 and 17, Time magazine declared him one of the world's most important persons. 2014, CNN, IBN News named him Indian of the Year. In 2015, Time magazine listed 30 most influential persons on the internet, with Modi ranking second most followed politician on Twitter and Facebook. In 2015 again, Bloomberg Markets magazine named Modi world's 13th most influential person. They made a mistake. They should have said the most influential person in the world. 2015 Fortune magazine named him 5th world's greatest leaders. In 16, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in London made his statue. In 16, Modi received Amir Amanullah Khan Award, Afghanistan's highest civilian honor. Same year, Saudi Arabia bestowed on him King Abdulaziz Shah Award, its highest civilian honor. In 2017, Gallup International Association named Modi world's third most powerful leader. In 2018, Modi received third most followed head of state on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. In 2018, he was rated 9th on Forbes list of world's most powerful people. In 18 again, he was awarded Champions of the Earth by United Nations for his policy leadership in pioneering activities in supporting International Solar Alliance and new areas and degrees of collaboration on environmental action. Same year, he was awarded Seoul Peace Prize by South Korea for promoting international collaboration, boosting global economic development and increasing India's human development. I mean, list goes on and on. In 2019, he received Grand Collar of State of Palestine, Palestine's highest civilian honor for foreign dignitary. Same year, he received Philip Kotler Presidential Award. Again, same year, biographical film was made on him with Vivek Oberoi as acting as Modi. In 2019, United Arab Emirates bestowed on Narendra Modi Zayed Medal, its highest honor on foreign dignitary for friendship. Finally, friends, I want to tell you this man is a miracle man. India is extremely fortunate to have a leader like Narendra Modi. But I want to also tell you that democracy is not a spectator sport. Every Indian in India, 1.3 billion strong, and more than 20 million NRIs, Indian diaspora, living abroad. All of us must help Narendra Modi make India a powerful nation, a superpower if you will, by 2040. He can do it if we help. All of us must participate. That can happen if all of us Indians help Narendra Bhai, the BJP and India itself in every way that we can, as per everyone's individual capacity. Those who are in India must participate and help Narendra Modi and BJP government in every way they can, and those who are living abroad should donate money generously to Narendra Modi's various programs and to the BJP party. Then India can become superpower in few years. Thank you very much, friend. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Jai Hind. And please share this video with all your friends.